been 2 years since you died. It feels like you're still here. You should hear the friends. How Alex would laugh himself silly at this. I can almost hear him. They think they're being kind, keeping you in our lives as though you're still here, but just out of sight. Upstairs or in the garden. A shame they never knew the whole story. Your moods, what you would say when we were alone, what you would do. I still can't understand why I stayed with you. You had such a hold on me. A beautiful, malignant glamour. I refused to get involved last year, the first anniversary. I couldn't bear to play the grieving widow. So the friends came, here without me, to drink a toast, read your favourite ode. They were so resentful when you brought me into the charmed circle. Did they think I would take you away from them? If they had seen your dark side, would they have even believed it? Or just blamed me? I was so confused. If all these clever people love you, can you be that bad? When you died, they simply refused to let you go. But you are still alive to them, while I am the ghost. 2 years since you died, to the day. They'll be here soon, the friends. I've arranged it. A special commemoration. Oh, I know you can't hear me. Or can you? You have such power. Why else is your name always on their lips? A vampire, refusing to die. Typical you. Today they'll hear some home truths. I don't have any proof. Just the remarks you would make about them once they'd left. Your words, your unmistakable turn of phrase. Oh, they wouldn't believe me, but I bet they'll believe you. The dead, speaking ill of the living. It has to be done. I can't risk any spark of you remaining in someone's heart. You used to taunt me that I'd never find someone after you. But at last, I've managed it. He's nothing like you. That's all I'm going to say. I'm meeting him tonight, after I've finished here. They say rosewood can keep the restless dead in their graves. This will have to do. Time for you to die, darling, and for me to return to life.
I always go down the club on Saturday. My wife, well, she isn't bothered. She's a big Casualty fan. I can't stand the bloody thing. Soon as the music's on, I'm out of there. Ray's waiting, pint lined up ready. We get stuck in then, maybe some snooker. He's better at me than snooker. No contest. But after a couple of pints, who gives a toss anyway? There's always something going on at the club. And when there's a match, well, there's ritual then. It's always good-tempered, even though we were on different sides. Never a bad word, only in jest. So I can't see. How could they say... He's a bit of a short ass, Ray. He wouldn't argue the toss about that, even if he can be a bit argumentative at times. Especially when it comes to a game. He can get quite heated, but good-tempered like. Yeah. I must be, at least 8 inches taller. Little and large, some of them call us. We don't mind. It's what you've got from the neck up that counts. That's what Ray always said. I agree, no contest. Anyhow, we took a bit of a beating, Wales did. I concede that. Funny, isn't it? Most of the time I feel at home here. My wife, she's a Gloucestershire girl. She wanted to settle in this part of the world, so we did. But match days, I don't know. I'm a bit discombobulated then. Suddenly I want to walk on a train back to Cardiff, walk down St Mary Street, sink a pint with the lads, hear the singing, one big party going on. Yeah, like suddenly I want to go home. Maybe Ray got me a bit on the raw. I'm not that sensitive normally, but something he said pushed a button, and he was laughing. I don't know what it is, but Ray's got this laugh sometimes, not his normal one, a bit sneery. And he starts woohooing at the TV screen. We've had words about it before. Anyway, fair dues to Ray, we were all over the shop. Never got the ball from the breakdown. Gave up penalties, collapsed the scrum. No, definitely, we were hopeless. So like I said, he must have got me on the raw. I have to be honest, I'd had a skinful by then. I was thinking I'd leave Ray to it. Casualty would be long finished. But no, he said he was coming. So we were like stood there, saying goodbye to one of the bouncers. You have to have bouncers these days. You never know what low life will come up the steps. I put my pint down while I went for a pee. When I came back, my glass was stood on the table, but it was empty. And there was Ray, wiping the foam from his lips and laughing. I don't know what happened there. Well, I do. It was that thing when someone presses a button. So I grabbed him by his jacket, and he was giving this sneery laugh, saying, "What's your problem, Ifa?" And then, I can't remember the exact words. The bouncer, he knows. Something like, "Did you spill my effing pint?" Maybe there were a couple more expletives in there somewhere. And Ray gave his sneery laugh. So I just gave him a shove. And nothing. It was just a little shove. But he were at the top of the steps, see. I must have caught him off balance. He'd had a skinful too. And down he went. The stone steps. That's the thing. I tried to grab him, to save him. We're all in slow motion when something like that happens. But when I looked down, he was sprawled at the bottom, not moving. There was this silence. I can hear it now. You don't expect to hear silence, do you? Then the action started again, like in Casualty. Only it was Ray. Shit. Come on, I thought. Ray, stop pissing about. The bouncer, he said I picked him up, held him down like he was a rag doll. I didn't. It was just a little shove. Nothing. It caught him off balance. It must have done. We were mates, see? That's the thing. The wife will go off on one when she comes. I can hear her now. When she comes. I don't know why the bouncer said that thing about the rag doll. I can't get it out of my head. It was just a little shove, like you give someone that's finished your pint when your back's turned. I should have opted on the train to Cardiff this morning, shouldn't I?
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 15, no, actually 20 years since my last confession. I remember exactly because I went to church for Easter Lenten celebrations with Anna. Anna is my childhood friend. And she got very angry because it was such a long queue and people kept pushing and cutting in front of us. She did not want to say anything because most of them were old, and also because she wouldn't be able to forgive herself if she would start an argument in the house of God. So she waited for her turn, in which I thought to be a very kind and understanding manner. But as soon as we went out the church's gate, she grabbed my hand and said, "That's the last time I'm stepping foot in a church." She took a few steps, turned around, and said again, as if I would have replied, "Remember this, never again." So you see, that's how I remember. Yes, I have sinned. To be honest, Father, I have sinned a lot in these 20 years. All I can think now is a sin that is very, very old and doesn't even matter so much now. Oh, I see. A sin is a sin, no matter how old it is. Why? What I meant is probably just my accent. It's a sin that has lost its importance. You know, like the fines that you get. If you don't pay them within 3 years, they get cancelled. No. Really? Are you sure? Of course you should. You get your info from the source. I just have to make a quick note about that. Yes, let's go back to my sins. Is stealing still a sin? Okay. Father, I stole. I was in school, about 6 years old, and I clearly remember I stole my classmates' colored pencils. They were so pretty and new. I don't even know why I've done it. I had my own colored pencils. I felt so ashamed. I didn't want anybody to find out. You know what I've done? I threw them away. I didn't even try them out. I just threw them away. I repented for it for a few days. So I've sinned, but I've repented, and although it's not my place to say, I would think I'm in the clear now. So thank you, Father. I'm not. But it was so long ago. Oh, I see. If it wouldn't still be important to me, I would have forgotten about it. Yeah. I guess I still feel guilty. But that's good, right? It makes me a good person. You know what, Father? I'm quite proud of myself right now. To feel guilty about something so little as this. Thank you, Father, for showing me what a good soul I have. Of course I should not feel proud. Yes, I agree, I deserve to be punished. Although we both agreed this happened a long time ago, and if you compare stealing colored pencils with wars, okay, I will do the 3 Hail Marys. Just a quick reminder though, which one is the Hail Mary? Oh no, Father, I know them all by heart. It's just that I don't know which is which. You see, I was never good with titles. I'm more about the essence. And they all kind of treat the same thing. Which thing? Sins. Less important like mine, or more important like wars. No, I'm not trying to get away with it. I promise. Could you say just once for me, Father, and then I will know which one you mean. Is it long? Is this why you don't want to start it? Oh, thank you, Father. So beautiful, Father. I find your voice so calming. Would you please say it again? It's just that I've never felt so calm and peaceful in years. I mean it. You have a healing voice. You really do have the gift. Oh, thank you, Father. the second time, I became a better person. I could really feel it making a change in my heart. You know, I've said it with you these 2 times. No, I just followed your words and said it in my head. But it counts, doesn't it? That was my 3 Hail Marys peripas. Well, I'm sorry, but you did not say I was supposed to say them in solitude. I just assumed that they would be more powerful if said here in the house of God with a man of God. No, so it just doesn't count? Well, you can understand my frustration right now. Yeah, I know you don't make the rules. Still, I came here expecting to find more understanding and to leave with a lighter heart. Well, I guess it's clear for both of us that's not gonna happen today. Yes, I feel like leaving. Thank you for asking. It's just that it's such a horrible, horrible rain outside, and I'm pretty sure I will get wet and I will catch a cold. Yes, I understand you have to close. I am not insensitive. It's just that if you could give it just a few minutes, and I swear to you in front of God that I will leave. Yes, it is just water, cold outside. Excuse me, what do you mean by being dramatic? Oh, you've dropped your car key. It's good that you have a car. So convenient, especially when it rains. With a car, I could get home in 5 minutes. Maybe even 4. But I don't have a car, you see. I don't have one, but you do. Does it have more than 1 seat? It does!
Samuel Stephen Marling, 1810 to 1883. 4 years I've been looking for you, Samuel. 4 bloody years. Samuel Stephen Marling is looking after my pension, Derek. That's what Andy used to say. Nice little out of the way corner. I'll wait till 2 AM. Sneak back in and get digging. In and out in 15 minutes. Boom. Best safe cracker in the business, Andy was. Genius with nitroglycerin. No wonder he never trusted his money to the bank. Can't wait to find out what you've got stashed down there, Sam. 4 years exploring cemeteries. Here I am. Ah, you founded a school. I wonder what the boys would say, knowing you was hiding all that loot. Respectable citizen like you. I spent the cash as soon as I got it, but Andy was smart. Always putting a bit aside for a rainy day. We were old school. We never hurt anybody who didn't deserve it, but he wouldn't grudge me his pension. Sammy boy. We were the best of mates. Yeah. 15 minutes in and out. Boom. I blame myself, that last job. I passed Andy the nitroglycerin, but he dropped it. And he was stuck between the safe and the wall. The blast had nowhere to go. We had to cremate him. There was sod all left to bury. Good old Andy. I miss him, Sam. He was always trying to keep me on a straight and narrow. But I would never listen. Always the horses, Samuel. I could never walk past the bookies. He'd be glad to know his pension is going to someone who really needs it. You should have a tidy sum down there, Samuel Stephen Marlin. He was always sneaking off to top you up. Did he ever regret telling me your name? The thought, always at the back of my mind, if anything were to happen to Andy, his money would all be mine. Good old Andy. Best nitroglycerin man in the business. He could do anything with explosives, Sam. Anything. I'll be back later. Find out what surprises you've got for me, and just to make sure I can find you again. Yeah. Don't worry. No one will ever know I was here. In and out in 15 minutes.